How do you choose the right shoes? Because consider this. When it comes to your feet, we don't really think about this, but you have 26 bones, 33 joints, more than 100 tendons, muscles, and ligaments making up your foot. That means that those gorgeous killer high heels can be a real killer when it comes to your foot health. And so I'm not talking about just your run-of-the-mill foot pain that you can have after wearing high heels all day. High heels put extended pressure or too much pressure on the ball of your foot. That can cause inflammation. But also there is a long ligament running across the bottom of your foot. This is called the plantar fascia. Over time with those high heels, it can become inflamed, and as the bone tries to mend itself, you can develop heel spurs. Anyone ever had that? Very, very painful. But that's not all. You guys know what that is? That's a bunion. And a bunion occurs if you're wearing too tight of a shoe. What happens is you actually get an overgrowth of the bone in this area as well as the soft tissues, and the angle of the joint even changes. Why is that a problem? Number one, it hurts. Number two, it can interfere with the stability of your foot, may even require surgery. So, unfortunately, ladies, it's not just the high heels that can cause problems. Flip-flops can cause problems. Running shoes that aren't right for your feet or that are too old can actually cause a problem when it comes to your arch because it can cause a collapse to your arch. So when it comes to footwear, you have to pay attention because it will affect your foot health over time. And that's barely scratching the surface of the effects your shoes can exert on your body. So we turn to high-tech motion analysis to show you the damage you could be doing to your body right now.
I am a high heel addict. You know, lately my feet have been hurting a little bit more, so I'm curious to see how the shoes I'm wearing are really affecting my feet.
Hi, Angela. Welcome to the Motion Analysis Laboratory.
Thank you.
Normally we use this lab to look at children who need surgery or bracing, but today we're going to use it to look at your shoes and how they affect your feet and your body.
What we're going to do today is measure how your bones and joints move while you walk in your different shoes using our motion capture system.
All right, sounds good.
So I'm putting these markers on in very specific locations. First, we're going to have you walk barefoot to see how your body naturally moves without shoes on.
Okay, so let's take a look at these results. One thing I do note, your natural barefoot walk, is you actually have something called femoral aneversion, and that's where the hip turns in a little bit. It's just kind of an anatomic variant that you have. But fortunately, you're healthy enough and strong enough that it doesn't really affect your foot progression. So your body's accommodating for that, basically.
Okay, so let's get you into your flip-flops and we'll see how they affect how you walk.
Okay. When she walks with the flip-flops, she has to pull her toes up a lot more than when she walks barefoot. So it basically causes overactivity of the muscles, and with prolonged wear you can get tendinitis, inflammation in the muscles, can cause pain. That's why you should only wear the flip-flops for shorter periods of time.
Let's see what those sexy stilettos do to your walking.
Okay, this will be interesting.
You look, she's tilting out as she walks. I think she's trying to get her balance. You know, it's interesting when you're walking in your high heels, your toes are actually pointing more inward than they did when you walked flat or when you walked with your flip-flops. And we know when your toes point inward, it's just taking that much more energy with every step when you wear those killer high heels. You're wearing 4-inch heels. Well, wearing heels higher than 3 inches increases the force on the ball of your foot 7 times. Try and stay under 2 inches if you can. I would save the 4 inches for special occasions.
So now we're going to put these on the outside of your shoe. Go.
So I'm glad to say it looks like these shoes are working for you. A lot of people out there aren't wearing the right shoes, and it causes problems. It can cause pain, callousing, or if it's the shoe's a little too big, you can actually get a bump on the back of the heel that's very painful. Also, if they're not fitting properly, you can just have more fatigue with working out. So good luck with your feet and your shoes. Remember, stay away from those 4-inch heels.
So I want to thank Dr. Ryan as well as CHLA Motion Analysis Lab for that. And I think the take home for everyone watching is you don't have to give up your high heels, you don't have to give up your foot flops, but you do have to wear them in moderation. Choose a shoe that is right for your body type.